Imagine a government official coming to your house, giving you a piece of paper and saying, deny Jesus Christ and say that I'm God instead.
Yeah, because then what's next? Are they going to take the toll that the radical Islamists have done, where they do the same things with Christian missionaries and Christian, like Boko Haram has done with Christians in Nigeria, where they say, deny Jesus Christ or we behead you and your family? I mean, the communist regime hasn't gone that far yet, but I'm afraid that this is a very dangerous, slippery slope. And like you mentioned, I think oftentimes, specifically because our electronics and our clothes and lots of other things, entertainment even, Hollywood nowadays makes so many movies for the Chinese market because people there love Hollywood and entertainment and our music and our shows, right? But these are people that, despite the fact that they have iPhones and are making iPhones, are not able to use things like Google and Facebook. And now you are seeing a further crackdown on their religious liberties. So this is a regime. I think it should be used as a regime. And people need to also remember this does take a political toll as well. And I hope that the Trump administration comes down hard and talks to Xi Jinping about this and puts some pressure on him. But politically, you have China that works hand in glove with the North Korean regime as well, and make sure that they're sending all of those people back. And we all know about the atrocities of the North Koreans as well.
Right. Right, and this kind of, it takes the mask off for a minute and lets us see what's really happening. I mean, there's been persecution and targeting of Christians in China for a long time. We have bureaucratic harassment, we have economic exploitation, we have harsh prison sentences. We actually do even have violence against Christians. It's not just a hands-off, let me burn your Bible and you stand to the side. We have violence against Christians at the hands of the communist government here. But one of the things that was striking to me, too, is that if these Christians refuse to sign the paper renouncing Jesus Christ and pledging loyalty to the Communist Party, then the government threatened to expel their children from school and withhold welfare benefits. That's something I talk about all the time, that when the government gives you something, they've bought you, essentially. They have power over your life because all they have to do is threaten to take that away if you don't accept some other dictate from them. We see that happening right before our eyes in China.
Well, and it's clear that the Chinese government and the communist regime over there do not care about the lives of children, considering that China is typically in the top 3 for sex-selective abortions in the entire world. I mean, even I have some pretty lefty female friends that get that sex-selective abortion, much like, Down syndrome-selected abortion, is evil and inherently wrong. But this has been the main practice there because they, until the most recent past, the last couple of years, had that one-child policy in place. And they would use those same tactics of, oh, well, you don't need your child, or we will take our welfare away from you, or you'll be ostracized from society, or in some case, forced abortions upon women. This is something else that isn't often talked about that, of course, go against the basic tenets of the value of human life that the Bible and Jesus himself talked about.
Right.
Let the little children come to me, for example. So it's not surprising that these are some of the tactics that they're using to try to fearmonger Christians in mainland China into doing this.